Retired Florida police detective and private investigator Bob Smith, now living in Palmyra, Illinois, is a senior member of the BFRO, the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, an elite group of specialized research personnel based in the United States. Together with fellow BFRO curator Diane, Smith conducted a thorough and critical appraisal of witness reports from the 97 sightings based on his 20 years investigative experience. And their verdict.
The 97 sightings that happened down in Ochopee, Florida were legitimate sightings as far as the BFRO has conceded. The witnesses saw something, and from the measurements and the data that was collected from that investigation, it was determined that it was definitely a skunk ape Bigfoot.
It was either one creature moving back and forth, or it was a family of creatures. Because it's our understanding from history and reports that I've read, analysis, that these creatures actually move in a family group, contrary to 30 years ago when they were believed to be isolated individual creatures.
Extremely hot summer, very mild winter. A lot of mosquitoes, a lot of bugs, and they were probably moving out of the denser swamps where it's a lot hotter and trying to get into a better area that's easier to stay in.
The BFRO aren't the only interested party looking to prove the existence of the skunk. Longtime Ochopee resident David Shealy is determined in his attempts to provide proof of the existence of a creature he claims to have seen several times.
It cannot be just dismissed. There's definitely something. I believe it is a skunk ape. There's definitely something.
He's called for a $40,000 government grant to hunt for Florida's Bigfoot, and claims to have solid proof in the form of these castings that families of the ape live out in the wilderness.
I believe this is a juvenile skunk ape, a young one, and I believe this proves that there's more than one of these things in the Everglades. And based on sightings that I've gotten and reports, I estimate there's upwards 6 or more of these things in the Everglades region.
It's going to take undisputable physical evidence, in my opinion, to prove to the man on the street that we have an unknown species in the Everglades.
James McMullen, a former Vietnam veteran who has spent the past 20 years tracking another elusive creature, the Florida panther, says that indisputable evidence should be in the form of DNA, and right now, he's looking for it. McMullen's decision to jump on the Skunk Ape trail followed a sighting in the Everglades in August '97, turning him from skeptic to believer overnight.
I saw deep, dark brown fur. I didn't see his face, although I wish I could have. He was turned towards me. It wasn't a female because there was no breasts, so he had chest. And I could also see the slope, what people talk about the cone or the slope going back on the head itself.
With so many witness reports, is it possible to one day determine for sure whether families of the skunk ape do indeed exist? The BFRO say it's a difficult task.
Unless we can get out and actually start tagging them, there's no way to find out how many's in this state. It could be 5, it could be 500. No way of knowing.
The mysterious tales of the animal world continue to fascinate and perplex us. After all, it's said there are stranger things in heaven and earth than we can think of. You've just seen some of them on Animal X.
We will find the truth.